best for me because I want to give you raw one of the basic experience I have today practically, right? True life story. So I happens to be in a particular platform where a lot of people, different kinds of people, you know, a lot of educated, professors, PhD, masters, and so many educated people. When I say educated people, I know what I mean by educated people, right? So, and I happens to be the kind of person that it's actually a kind of conflicting when I'm thinking about the kind of education we have in Nigeria, for example. Looking at our educational system, what we've been doing over the years. Of course, if you are meeting me for the first time, I've been a university lecturer, for some time before resigning to join the business world. So I often find issues with believing very much in the kind of education, especially the system and how a lot of things are being done, how the education itself is being given to people, the content and the curriculum. I'm usually skeptical about it because I've been there, not just as a lecturer, but as a student over the years. And I can tell you for the fact that, well, I wouldn't want to, like a lot of people look at each time I make this kind of comments, it looks like as if I'm condemning the education, not per se, not generally, not entirely. Of course, it has its value and its place, but I often have this feeling that really if you want to build greatness, you want to build success, you want to build real value, you want to solve problems and do a whole lot of great works, then you might consider looking at this education again, and then if possible go get a better form of education that could help you or equip you with all these kind of stuffs that you're interested in doing. Otherwise, you might just end up, going through the process, and at the end of the day just figure out that what you thought it was is not actually what it is by the end of, say, maybe 4 years or 5 years. Practically, I've gone through this process. I spent 8 years in the university studying chemistry. That's for my first degree and the second degree joined together, right? 5 years for first degree, and then second degree was 3 years. That's 8 years altogether, right? And I taught at the university for about, I think, 2 years and some months like that before resigning. Now, I actually had this first-hand experience. Okay, I had this first-hand experience, and then I was trying to marry my experience with what happened then, and then what is happening to my life now as an entrepreneur. Of course, right now I'm an entrepreneur and business coach. Okay, I'm into e-commerce. I've trained a lot of people who are doing pretty well apart from my own personal self as an entrepreneur. So now it happens that a lot of people now, if I try to pass my information, pass kind of my ideas, my new form of development and what I've seen into them, I try to communicate that, look, okay, this education thing, there's more to it than what we actually used to see back then, especially while I was there. So a lot of people misunderstand me. They think this education is good, it's just, but I don't look at it like that. It might be good, but if there's anything good about it, I just think it's all about learning how to read and write. And any other thing, I think to a large extent, might not really be helpful. So what I think people should do more after they can learn how to read and write is to go after a kind of, they should have a particular value system or problem they're interested in solving, and then pursue that. Thank you so much for watching, all those that are live with me. This is one of the first days I'll be coming live here. Somebody, Levy, said, "How is life?" I'm fine, I'm doing very well. He said, "Remember me?" Well, not really. Maybe you can just chat me up and then we hook up to see how I can remember you. I'm sorry, I can't really remember the name. So now what I'm saying in essence is I don't know if you share the same kind of view with me, but do you really think that our educational system in Nigeria is solving problems? Do you think it's okay the way we are doing it, the graduates we are having? Because for me, aside the fact that I graduated and I tasted teaching people, I also came to realize that being an employer of labor now, employing people, it's actually tough to see people who are really equipped to be able to do one job or another. you know you hardly, in fact, even with training, sometimes it's tough for people to really understand what is required of them. So I often ask myself, then why do you go through all the educational, I mean, all the years in the university and all of that? This has really been challenging for me, and I keep asking people. I'm still very curious of people that could really widen my horizon when it comes to really looking at this, right? So thank you for watching. In case you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like this video, right? And then also share with others. I've made it an habit to come online live on daily basis. I usually do that on my Facebook handle, but today I choose to come here to just test run and see. Thank you so much for watching once again, guys, and then we'll do this again tomorrow. Bye bye for now.